welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Heidi. Today I thought it'd be fun to share my makeup routine, or at least what I do normally for stream. Sometimes I basically do the exact same thing for every day, but I kind of just like add a little more spice when I am streaming, so I think it's a little more fun. So if you're interested, make sure to keep on watching and see how this happens. Usually my first step is I put on like moisturizer and like a serum and like that kind of thing to my skincare, and then I hop into my normal like routine. What I normally use for my primer and my SPF is the Sun Touchable e.l.f. It's got like a primer and SPF in it, so I kind of tend to lean towards this, and I need a new one, but I love it. So I also sometimes can like wear this without, like when I don't want to wear makeup during the day, I can just throw this on because it's got like a blurring glowy type thing where it's like your skin but better, and then I feel good about wearing it because it's got the SPF in it. So next up I use the Rare Beauty, I don't even know what the technical name for this is, but I use the Rare Beauty foundation. This is in 130N. It's a very light shade, and I normally like, I know I should take this on the back of my hand, but I'm lazy, so I kind of just go and just put it on basically any spots that I need to, and we'll go back in and like use a concealer. But honestly, like this formula is really kind of, it's strange in the sense that it feels very light, but it has a lot of coverage almost to it. It's like I think it's a medium to buildable coverage, but this is a pretty good shade match for me. I normally just blend it out with a beauty blender, but I have been using a brush a little bit more recently, but a beauty blender is normally just so much more faster. So normally what I kind of lean towards. Here's my face with foundation on. I normally use two concealers. I've got the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish in shade Fair Rose, and this is normally what I use underneath my eyes. I'm really not sure about my concealer at the moment. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't know if I love it. And then I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Beige, just like spot correct. And like I said, this one's for under my eyes because it's very brightening. This is basically just like white, which is, you know, it's perfect for me to like brighten. And sometimes I'll put this in like the high points of my face just to kind of like brighten things up a little bit, which I don't really need things to be brightened up because it's already pretty light as it is, but I just kind of like the added dimension that it gives. Now, the one thing about this concealer is it does dry down pretty fast, so honestly, like working on it in like little bits at a time is a lot easier than having to go in and like reblend things out. Like what I just did probably wasn't the smartest choice, but we're trying to be speedy today for some reason. Honestly, most mornings I'm having to be like pretty fast at doing my makeup, so I'm always running late and I always take the longest to get ready. So then I go back in with that. I don't know why I just hit myself in the face with that. Go on with this and just kind of tap it on any spots that I think might need a little bit extra coverage. I'm also on a journey to find like a good powder for myself, one that doesn't make me look cakey. And so I just haven't been really using powder at the moment. I'm kind of like just letting my foundation like set, or I might do like my eyeshadow while the rest of my face makeup sets, and then I go in just with like blush and bronzer. So I do things like a little bit out of order. At least recently I have, because I just haven't found what I've wanted to be using. Plus makeup is expensive, so it's like, ugh. But I have this broken ColourPop palette that I've recently been reaching for. It's like a little quad palette, and it's called Extra Toppings. I don't think this is on their site anymore, but it basically just has like a pink, a brown, like a iridescent shimmer, and then like a pink shimmer color. We won't use like all of the shades in there, but I am gonna go in with the pink and just kind of like blend that into my crease, which I need my mirror for. Ah. So there's the pink in the crease, just because like I said, I think it's cute. And then I will go back to this palette here in a second, but I've also got this, I don't know what brand this is from. It's just this little like Van Gogh palette. It's really cute. Like I said, I don't really know what the company is, but I got it off of Yes Style, and it's got all of these really pretty shades in here. It's got like a light brown, like a taupe, a dark brown, and it's got some pretty shimmers. So I also will sometimes go in like to here, and then I will take like the lighter shade and then just go kind of like blend the crease into the eye, if that makes sense. It works for me. I don't know, I'm not a makeup artist, but I've just been all about doing what works best for you and what you like, so that's what we're gonna do. And depending on the day is kind of like dependent on what shimmers I want to use. I'm all about glitter right now. Um, so it's kind of like up in the air. I think today we'll use the ColourPop one, but before I do that, I'm gonna go in with this like darker chocolatey brown color on like a more flat kind of brush, and I'm just gonna put this on the outer part of my eye and kind of like stamp it on and then like blend it into the crease along with the rest of the eyeshadow we just had. And I sometimes like to bring that just like a little bit under my lash line, just on like the outer edge, just to kind of blend things out a little bit more. And my next step is to go with the glitter, so I'm going to go in with this pink shade. Like I said, I'm like in a glitter and like pink phase right now. I'm not really too sure why, but I am. So I'm just gonna put this like the center of my lid and then kind of work it towards the inner corner. We're gonna put the lighter shade on the inner corner here in a second, but I'm just gonna like to blend this out because I don't want it to be like too hot pink. So I kind of just like a light wash. I think it looks pretty. And that's the thing I like about that ColourPop palette, is that all four shades that I really need to do like an eye look are in there. So it makes my life really easy because I'm very indecisive, and a lot of times, like I said, I'm on a time constraint, so I don't have the time to be like going through every single palette that I have and figuring out what I want to do. And then I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade and just basically pop that on the inner corner just to kind of brighten things up a little bit. And so that's what that looks like. And I've also been kind of like steering away from like, it's just like a recent thing. It's not like an everyday thing for me, but I've not really been using like a liquid eyeliner just because it's so silly, but I hate having to wash it off. Like it makes such a difference when I can just use like an eyeshadow for my liner rather than a like liquid eyeliner that when I wash my face it just gets everywhere. And normally when I'm like ending stream it's like midnight or so, so I just don't want to have to spend like hours scrubbing at my eyes to get my eyeliner off. I don't know if it's like an eyeliner problem or if it's a Heidi problem. I'm not really too sure. So I've just basically been going in with like a dark brown or a black depending on what kind of eye look I'm doing, but I've just been using this darker shade and this Van Gogh palette to essentially do my eyeliner. Sometimes I wing it out, sometimes I don't. It kind of just depends on my mood. I think today we're gonna kind of just like lightly wing it out, but not anything too crazy. This is called a smudger brush. I don't really know what that means, but I mean, I know it's like smudger makeup out, but I just kind of put that on there and then I go just kind of close to my lash line and kind of just like blend it out so it's not super harsh, but it just adds a little bit of color, and I kind of just focus that on the outer part of my eye and then start slowly blending it towards the inner part. And then on a more angled brush, this one is just a old MAC brush. It's just a very thin kind of liner brush. I will go in that same shade of brown and then just make like a small little wing. Kind of just following the bottom of my lash line and kind of just like angling it and just dragging it in. Just want a super baby wing. So there's the eyeliner. It's not that great today either. I wasn't expecting it to be great. I feel like when I'm filming or doing anything, my eyeliner just looks even worse, but then I just take what's ever left over on here and just put it on my lower lash line. Once that's done, I'll wait to do my like lower lash line and my mascara and all of that until I'm done with the rest of my makeup, just in case something gets messed up. But I am now gonna go in, once I find my brush, with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is, I think, one of the lighter shades. I'm not sure. I obviously have loved this a lot, and I kind of just like run this along my hairline at the top of my head, like my forehead, and then I'll sometimes use this to contour. Not really a great contour shade or anything like that, but I also will kind of like run it along my jawline and down my neck. I do this especially when I'm wearing a foundation that is slightly darker than I should be wearing. Um, right now I'm not really having that problem, but I do feel like it adds just a little bit of something, and I'll also kind of like hit my cheekbones just a tad. Nothing too crazy. Moving on to blush, which has been like my favorite part of my makeup routine for a while now. I'm using the Phase Zero Making Moves. It's a really pretty color. I'm obsessed with it. It's kind of like this corally pink, but it's got like gold reflex in it. So it's a very like fun summer shade, but I love it for stream because it's very pigmented and it's very pretty. So kind of focus it on the upper parts of my cheekbones almost, like right above my cheekbones, kind of like where I'd put my highlighter. And then I kind of like blend it to like more of the apples of my cheek. So very blushy, but that's just the way that I like it. So, and I very much just kind of focus on blending it out so it doesn't look super crazy. If I do go heavy handed with the blush a little too much, I'll just go back in with my like fluffy brush and kind of just blend it out. Or I might even go back in with like my beauty blender and just kind of like tap on it kind of lightly just to make sure we're not looking too clown-like. But I am a Swiftie, so I always stay clowning, so it's very just much in my nature to be clowning 24/7. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Wow Brow in neutral brown, and I kind of just run this through my brows. I've never been like a big brow girly, so I normally just kind of like one of these little brush things that I can kind of like brush my brows and just add a little bit of color or fill in any little gaps while I'm at it. I think these do have fibers in them as well, so a little fancy for that. And this is really cheap and affordable. Like I said, I'm not a big brow person, so I kind of just want this stuff to be super easy because I feel like once you start doing your brows, you can't stop, and I'm not ready to go down that path yet. As we're nearing the end of the makeup, I'm gonna go back in with this pink shimmer, and I'm actually gonna put that underneath my eyes, just in the center, not really towards the inner corner because we have something else for that here in a second. But I kind of just want to tie the eye look together. So it just adds a pretty wash of color. The pink was kind of scary to put underneath my eyes, but I think it looks really cute. I'm pretty happy with it. And so my new favorite thing to do is, I don't know how to pronounce this, Faux Color. This is also off of YesStyle. It's basically just this glitter pen. Basically any glitter would do. And I love the e.l.f. Disco Queen glitter. That one's really affordable. I like this one just because it's easier because it's in like a pen form. But basically all I do is I take this and I'm gonna put this on my inner corner very just lightly. I don't bring it in too far. And it just adds something really pretty. So I basically just put that on like the lower inner part of my eye. I've also done like for like little other accents, but when I'm in a rush, I feel like this just looks like I put in a lot more effort than I actually did. So one of my last steps is mascara. This is my holy grail mascara. It's the Milani highly rated anti-gravity mascara. I think this is just the blackest black shade, and I am obsessed with this. I don't even know what number bottle I am. I'm a mascara person. I love mascara. It's always been one of my favorite things. And I'm taking a break from curling my lashes. I'm just kind of stressed about them falling out or something. I think I saw a TikTok post, but like, look how pretty this is. And I saw a post about someone curling their lashes and they're like, oh, like that weakens your lashes and blah blah blah. And so now I'm scared to curl my lashes. Right, so that is the main makeup done. And for lips, I normally change what I do for lips almost every day, but I would say my most go-to is I love these Maybelline Super Stay ink crayons. This one is in the shade enjoy the view. This isn't like my favorite shade. I actually grabbed the wrong one, but I don't hate this one. It just runs a little warmer than I'm used to. I just kind of line my lips with this, and it looks something like that. I'll go back in with the Rare Beauty lip oil in Serenity. And you don't need a lot of this. A little goes a long way. And I'll just kind of put that over top of what I just put on. And that is what the lips look like. I'm very obsessed with how this all turns out. Sometimes I'll put falsies on. I'm currently chilling in my room doing my makeup, so I don't have my falsies with me. Just kind of depends on how my day is going. Like I said, I'm just a very mood makeup person, so this is kind of just a summary and average of what I normally use when I'm doing my makeup, but I'm really happy with how this turns out. We'll take my headband out. I haven't done my hair today either, but it's been brushed and that's about it. But this is normally what my makeup looks like for stream. I'm very happy with it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to link the stuff that I used below for you guys to use, or even tag them in the video. But yeah, this is my makeup routine for stream. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night or day, wherever you might be, and I will chat with you guys all later. Bye!